You're listening to Living Podcariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Oh, you're doing it?
Oh,
you're going to do it? I'm going to do it. You want to do it? You do it.
No, you good.
Welcome to Living Podcariously.
It's Tach's birthday. Let him do it.
Oh.
Do it, Tach. It's your birthday.
No, it's too late.
It's your birthday.
Welcome to Living Podcariously.
Yeah.
What? Woot woot.
Yay.
This is a very, very, very special
Happy
day for Living Podcariously.
Is it?
Yes, because it's Tach's birthday.
Oh, thanks.
Happy
really?
birthday.
Thanks,
Oh, Andrea,
buddy.
do it in the
Happy
Mr. President
birthday.
one. Happy birthday, Mr. President.
I think it would be way better coming from you, Adam.
Oh, no, I disagree.
No,
I don't actually know.
with
totally
Andrea.
disagree. I think Adam should do it.
Happy birthday to you.
Ooh, yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, give it to him, Adam. Yeah.
Happy birthday,
You have strangest boners, is that what you
Mr. Tach President.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, that was something.
Was it good? Did it?
It would have been better if you guys hadn't been having sex together while you
That
sang
was part
that.
of the present.
Oh,
No, but it is Tach's birthday today. So happy
Thanks.
birthday, Tach.
thanks. Let's ignore it and move on.
How old are you today?
I don't
It's
wanna
40.
say- Sure.
39 plus 3, right? 39 plus 2.
It's his third anniversary of 40.
No.
39 plus 3.
42.
It's your third 39th
Second.
birthday. Yes.
Something like that.
Third 39.
That's what I was going
That's one of the
with.
big ones, you know.
What?
Yeah, it's one of the big ones.
What do you mean?
Because that is the year that you become the answer.
The
very
answer of life,
good.
meaning of life.
I'm sorry, what's that?
The meaning of life.
Wait, tell us.
Meaning of life, the universe, and everything.
Tell us, Hack. Tell us.
It's 42.
I don't think Andrea gets the joke.
Oh.
Did you ever see Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
When I was in high school? No. Was that
no.
college? Was that 2000s when that came out?
Is it like
Yeah.
2005?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Somewhere in
I
there?
don't know.
Yeah.
It's a movie with most deaf.
But anyway, so Tach already had his cake, and Andrea,
ate it, too.
And he ate it too. Yeah.
Andrea decorated the studio again for him.
Actually, you can't actually have your cake and eat it too because once you've eaten it, you don't have it anymore. If you
You
listen
saw more
to
cake.
if you listen to the last episode of the Twisted 10,
That's true.
hosted by Jimmy Klein and myself, we talked about that.
But you still have cake.
I know. And
So
I ate
you
it.
ate it. And you still have it.
Gotcha.
So we found the loophole because you're 42.
You're kind of right. Why
is.
don't you open it? So we've got some presents for Tach to open up. So we saved them to do on air.
Yay,
hate
presents,
that.
presents.
Yes, our listeners are going to be bored out of their fucking minds. But guess what? It's our
hear it.
show. We can do what I want. We do what we want to on here. But come on, Tach, grab a present and go.
Oh, maybe.
Let's
I
do
don't
it.
know where to start.
It's just the four of us in studio tonight. So myself, Adam, Tach sitting over
Hi.
there,
Oh, look, he's
Andrea
doing what
Joy.
he wanted to do.
No, I'm not doing the intros.
He's doing
Is there something
intros.
I start with?
The present.
And
I'm Mr. Wilson.
And Mr.
Start
Wilson.
with the one closest to you.
This one?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Okay, he has a present, ladies and gentlemen. It's in his hands.
Is this like golf side by?
What is
play by
this?
play?
The wrapping paper,
Is?
red and white and blue.
It's Star Wars.
Star Wars wrapping paper. What's
Yay.
that?
Okay, here we go.
Oh, his hands are. Oh, he's ripped. The
Don't open
top
your
piece.
gifts like a grown up.
Oh, he's savoring it.
I hate.
I open mine slow too, Tach. I savor.
Okay, so what we got here? Oh, we got rattlesnake eggs.
Yes, yes.
Usted serpens. Son, it said it in Spanish or whatever. Rattlesnake eggs.
Yay.
I remember these things.
Shake 'em.
That's awesome.
Shake them. Is that what you do? You just shake
Like
them?
a Polaroid.
I
Yeah.
can't remember, but I remember him, but I can't remember what happens.
You,
What's in there?
you open it. You gotta open it.
Something
It's a noise
crazy
maker,
will
yeah, you
happen.
open it
Yeah,
up.
Is it preloaded already?
Here, I'll do that. You do the next thing.
Okay.
You're going to open his present?
No,
It's
I'm gonna get it
fine.
ready for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay,
next one.
okay.
Thanks for that. I can grow some rattlesnakes now. Okay, so I have another one. This is also Star Wars.
With a
And
green bow.
With a green, like, little, where you take the
Scissors to
Thank
make
you.
little-
The ribbon
twirls.
has been curled.
Ribbons have been curled. Okay. Okay. Thanks, guys. This is awesome.
Oh, Andrea's getting up to help him. Oh, no, she's going potty.
No. Whoa, she's helping me another way.
Andrea, why is your head in his lap?
Oh,
was
we got
rapid.
some vape juice.
Yay!
Yay, I need
Nice.
some too.
What flavor is it?
It says mystery.
It's
Yeah.
a mystery.
That one is a mystery. So that's actually
That's
really
kind of fun.
that's a good flavor. It changes the prominent flavors based on the
Yeah.
type of coil that you've got, and it's 100 mils.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
It's
Thanks,
delicious. It
guys.
tastes kind
Absolutely.
of like the mystery airhead. You know the airhead candies? It's that one.
Oh,
The
nice.
white one.
Ooh, Josh-
that's what I have
Josh
right now.
has your rattlesnake egg prepped for you.
Oh, okay.
He's still opening presents.
well, yeah, but that's one of his first presents. Grab it,
Oh.
grab it.
So, wow, what is in this thing? This envelope, guys.
It's
It says danger. Open with care. They're just rattlesnake eggs. That's harmless, right?
Harmless, sure.
Let me see
I
if I
don't-
can.
I'm scared. What's
Let me
gonna
see if I
happen?
can. See, just and then it's like he does that, and then it's supposed to it's a jump scare, so that's good.
All right.
That's
Thank you.
good. That's fine. Fun gift. Fun gift. Yay.
Yeah, fun gift.
Good gift.
Oh, I have this right in my hand.
Okay.
So this is Andrea Joy's red box.
It's my red box.
She said I can only use the red box, but I have to give it back to her.
Yes.
It's little. It fits deceivingly large things in there, though.
Smell.
Smell her red box.
Okay. Wow, that is nice. Makes me.
This is from
Makes me
the
talk
scent.
like that.
This is from the Scent Spa.
Oh.
It's handmade luxury bath products made from quality ingredients. Vegan and organic options available upon request.
Am I
this
supposed
pa-
to?
is this
Am I allowed
payola?
to touch this?
Is this a plug? Should she getting paid for this?
Am I allowed to touch it?
This was one of the people that we met at the Brent Allen's Shopping Spectacular that was
Yeah.
selling one of the vendors, and this is one of her handmade soaps.
Oh, it's so.
Oh.
Yes.
I got it.
It's kind of interesting.
So it was all in the
Where's-
shape of a big
Where's
cake.
the rest of it?
It was on the shape of a cake, and you get a slice of the cake when you buy this slice of
I
soap.
see.
Does it smell good?
It smells so
I'll pass
good.
it around. There you go.
That is the
No,
Scent
don't
Spa.
eat it, Mr. Wilson.
Josh was gonna throw it. I would have caught it.
I thought I had
see.
that just
Yes,
the right amount of manliness. See, that was your first present I bought
Fucking-
for you forever ago.
Fucking thing looks delicious.
Oh.
on
Right.
November 25th.
Smells really good. All right, ready?
No, not even look. Oh,
So there's
God.
not a website on this card, but they're at 321-345-9370. Shunna. Shunna. Shunna.
Shana.
Oh, but she smells good.
But it's inside your red box.
You're gonna be using soap from Andrea's box.
So I don't know how to get that home without using your box.
I'll help you out there.
You, you drive it home for me. And now there's the big one.
The big
the
one.
big one.
Oh, the big one.
The one that's been like, what is in that all night?
That's apropos for Andrea's box being the one most recently opened.
because you know that can't be rattlesnake eggs. I'm thinking
Can't
of
be.
a ventriloquist.
So-
it's a dummy, so he can start ventriloquism.
It's like a 1 foot by 1 foot by like 2 foot box.
Yeah, that's a good way to illustrate that for our listeners. Good job,
Indeed.
Josh.
Because he's just
Also,
staring at it.
just get comfy. It's also in a Star Wars wrapper too. This time with a bow. Now, when I open this, is it going to be what's in the box, or am I going to be like, "Oh wow"? And oh no, no, that was from Adam's present.
What's in the box?
What's in the
It's
box?
what's in the box,
Okay,
and you can use them on your way home too,
I can
and right now,
while we're doing the show.
both.
Okay, I can't really tell what it is.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Oh.
Oh,
Got to open both
it's gonna
hands.
feel so good. It's gonna be hot.
It is going to be hot.
It's gonna be hot.
Okay, what do we got? Okay, it's a heated. There's no glare. Oh, it's a back massager.
Uh-huh.
Did I get a free massage
heated
from
back
Brent
massager.
Allen's salon?
And you can plug it into the wall or into your car jack, the lighter in your car.
Oh, that's fun.
So you can put it in your car when
I
you're your
do
long
like
drives.
massages, though. That's
Ironically,
pretty
that fits
awesome.
into Andrea's red box too.
That's awesome. Thanks, guys.
Happy birthday, buddy.
This is something I definitely would never get for myself, but I always want.
Exactly. Just like
awesome.
the fancy soap
Yes, exactly.
and the rattlesnake.
Ask him.
eggs.
I was walking by Fancy Soap the other day. I was like, Adam,
Yeah, tell me about it. That is one thing Tach would never buy for himself.
Yep.
Soap.
Now
Soap.
you're
He
gonna have the
doesn't buy
women
soap.
all over you. I bet they're gonna be like, and they're just gonna be like piling on top of you because of that soap.
I say,
borrow
well,
that
sorry,
soap?
this is just for Andrea's red box. And
My red box has magical powers.
Well, happy birthday, buddy.
thanks, guys. Thank you so much. You
Absolutely.
guys decorated in here. I had a cake.
We sang
That's
happy
awesome.
birthday.
Sang happy
Other than my
birthday.
brutalized version of happy birthday, Mr. President, we did actually sing Tach happy birthday. We'll post a pic. You know what? That's going to be the cover of our episode art right there.
That was a
Okay.
cutie.
It was a good picture. It was a really good picture.
But thank you guys so much. It's I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man.
You guys did this for me last year too, and it was awesome.
Happy birthday, dude.
Well, we love you. So there you go.
All right, let's move on.
We'll bro hug later.
Yay, birthday!
Is that awkward? You actually touched on something that we're about to do.
And hey,
segued
you
real
can't
well.
prove that.
You segued us real well. You mentioned you wanted a back massage from Brent Allen Salon and Day Spa. So,
I did it. Wait. Can I tell
You do it.
a birthday story real quick?
of course.
Okay. So this is just like today's birthday story. So we all know Jimmy Klein. He was on last
Yeah,
week's
friend
show.
of the show, friend of all of us. Yes.
And well, he came out today with
And JimmyKleinPhotography.com.
Indeed, and Tape Funny Podcast.
There you go.
Bing bing. Okay. He came out with his son, and our sons are the same age.
They
and I have my
He came out today.
yes, they both decided
Together?
together. It's a weird, like,
Turn of events.
when I say came out, Jimmy lives about 45 minutes south of me, so he came up to visit for the day. Anyway, him and his son, and it was like me and Jimmy, and then our sons. We did like a dude day or whatever, just kind of going around. And I've been like really obsessed with. I was trying to think of a way to do some cardio, but also have fun at the same time, and not really know you're burning calories and just drop the weight. So a friend of mine a couple weeks ago suggested, well, what about like a bike? And I was like, holy shit, yes, that's perfect. Like, holy shit. So I've been kind of obsessed about getting into cycling and like learning shit, but I don't have a bike, but I really want to get into it. And so after doing research and anyway, so I got a bike. I was going to buy a bike today, and then Jimmy was with me, and he's like, just get it. Just get it,
He's the peer pressure.
Yeah, which
Way
is
to go, Jimmy.
Usually
Yeah.
it's the opposite of what Jimmy would say. That's why I was a little like,
Yeah,
weird.
but this situation encourages health. So that's
yeah.
And it's your birthday.
Right. That was pretty much what he was saying too. And I was like, all right, fuck it. So I'm going to get it. And then, so I'm going to pay for it. Just before I'm paying for it, Jimmy goes, oh, by the way, I'm paying half of that for you.
Yay!
Oh, that's awesome.
Birthday surprise.
Because it was pretty expensive. And I could have done it, but it would have hurt a little bit. But
Extra
awesome.
good
Oh, yeah.
birthday
but it was very cool.
surprise.
It was nice. So
Jimmy, you're the
thanks
man.
to Jimmy
Yay.
Klein.
Kind of makes our back massager look like
Mouth
shit
hugs
now.
for Jimmy from his
No
wife.
way. Huh?
I said mouth hugs for Jimmy from
Oh.
his wife.
Yes, mouth hugs for Jimmy.
What about from Tach?
No, I'm all set.
It's his birthday. He doesn't have to give any today.
I can only receive.
Yes.
Yay!
Until midnight.
I'll be here.
Then you
till
turn into a
midnight.
pumpkin.
I'll be here till midnight. And
All right, so we ready to give this away?
Yeah, do we want to do the drawing now? Do you want to shoot the video on the break? What do you
Why
wanna
don't we
do?
go Facebook Live from one of your guys' phones?
I can do that.
we do that?
Yeah, give me a second.
All right, we'll just take a little bit of a pause in here and I'll edit this together.
We're live, by the way.
Are we?
We are live.
Ah, yeah. All right, so we're doing this drawing live on the recording of the episode tonight. So this is our third drawing for the winners from the batch of the Brent Allen Salon and Day Spa gift certificates that they gave us to give away to our listeners. Again, this is a really cool thing that Brent Allen did. They're sponsoring us by giving.
away a gift tonight.
We're giving away a gift tag.
Okay,
Yes.
When are we doing that?
We're doing that right now,
Oh,
like
okay.
live on air.
Oh, we're live.
Live on air, yeah.
All right.
Fuck it. Yeah, what the help I get around here, I swear to God. No, so this is the third drawing. Our first two winners were Joelle Vaughn and Nick Warner Smith. We've got a bunch of entries, so we're going to do another $30 gift card from Brent Allen Salon and Day Spa. Can go towards a massage, a pedicure, a salon service, so your hair, a wrap, a tan, whatever. They've got a ton of services up there. Go check them out. So the next one is right now.
I hope I win.
And the winner of this one is Alvin Morris. Ironically, he's yes, he is our winner for the next $30 gift card. So Alvin will be in touch with you on Facebook to get you your gift card sent out to you. So thank you guys. Congrats, Alvin.
I think Andrea had a stroke.
Yeah, I don't know. Thanks, guys, for watching. Congrats, Alvin. We'll be in touch with you soon. All right, guys, we just did that drawing. So, hey, congrats, Alvin.
Yeah, congrats.
Dudes.
Good on you, buddy. But yeah, hey, Tach, let's go back to your birthday for just a second because I had a question.
Okay.
I saw this with you.
It comes every year. Sorry.
Puberty.
Yeah.
So I saw this on your Facebook page, and I've seen it on several of our other friends' Facebook pages that have had recent birthdays.
Yeah.
A lot of people are doing this support Tach by donating to his fundraiser or charity of choice thing. What is that?
Right.
What's that all about?
So what that is basically Facebook asks you if you want to do it. Like a good couple weeks out from your birthday, it'd be like, hey, your birthday's coming up, buddy. How about doing a donation? And you can pretty much pick your any organization that you want. And so what I chose was the Children's Hunger Project, which we've worked with in the past. It's
Absolutely.
a nice local Brevard County charity for kids who, can't afford healthy lunches and stuff like that. And so what this organization does, they put together, I think it costs $250 to feed one kid per year. So I made my goal to $250, which I'm not quite there yet. I think I'm around $120. So well, I've had a bunch of donators, and that's so awesome, and I thank them so much.
That's cool. So that's becoming more of a popular thing, is to get people to donate to a charity as opposed to buying them presents. We bought you presents.
Right. This could have gone, children won't eat. It's fine. But I got to back myself. No, I'm just kidding.
I guess I could have gave you the money instead.
No, it's all good.
I didn't know about it yet.
All right, give me the oil back. I'll give you the cash for it, and you put it towards
I
it.
already opened it.
Oh, too late.
And I noticed that another fellow podcaster, Maddie something, I don't know her name, but she's on the Adjust a Mic show.
Yeah.
With Craig.
Scott.
I guess.
You mean Scott.
What did I say?
Craig?
Did I say Craig? Oh.
I said Craig.
That's weird.
Scott Geyser.
Hey, Alexa,
Stan.
make that joke better. Sorry.
Ms. Nine Patty Maddie herself, who didn't quite finish her 9 patties in the last episode. I listened to it. I'm a little disappointed, Maddie. You should have finished it.
9 Patty Maddie. That sounds like a tongue twister.
That's her new name. Well, anyway, she had one too for her birthday. I guess her birthday's coming up too. And I donated to it. Just saying.
Oh, that's what. Does she know you donated to it?
It should say. I mean, it's not like I'm announcing on the podcast that I donated to Maddie's charity.
So, Tach, you donated to Maddie's?
Well, I mean, if you want to bring it up and talk about it, I mean, I guess.
So she owes you a donation now, or a hand job.
I mean, if she's
one or the other.
Don't say that.
I'm just kidding, Maddie.
She's a woman.
Mouth hugs are fine.
No, I've given up on Maddie. Whatever.
Moved on to the next person.
What's happening?
Tach is subtly hitting on Maddie through the medium of
I'm using
podcasts.
2 charities to basically hit on a girl. I've pretty much reached my low.
How's that going?
It's not.
Well, at least he's going to have a warm and massaged back while he's vaping on his new juice.
That's true.
Playing with rattlesnake eggs.
Playing with rattlesnake eggs. All right, on that, we're going to take a break in studio, listen to a little bit of DJ Gil Lugo, and we'll be back in a little bit.
Bubble butt, bubble 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 butt, bubble butt, bubble 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 butt, bubble butt, bubble 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 butt. Turn around, stick it out, show the world you got it. Bubble butt, bubble 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 butt, bubble butt, bubble 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 butt, bubble butt, bubble bubble.
Village Idiot Pub. You locals know about it. You guys from out of town have to check them out.
Village Idiot Pub is now a proud sponsor with Living Podcariously and the Twisted 10 podcasts.
It's more than just about commercials, though. The cast here will be taking our show on the road to Village Idiot to record some episodes as well as hold events. They have over 30 beers on tap, including ciders and Hefeweizen, my favorite, as well as hundreds of bottle choices.
Adam, you forgot my favorite, all the delicious wine. So get your friends together and enjoy the board games, puzzles, and the giant Jenga.
Let the owner Jason, as well as the rest of the staff there, take excellent care of your beer drinking needs.
Mention either one of our shows to the staff and get 10% off your tab.
Tuesday is open mic, Wednesday is trivia, Thursday is karaoke, Friday and Saturday night are live music.
Visit them at 4 Harrison Street, Suite 103, Cocoa, Florida, or Village Idiot Pub on Facebook. And don't forget, they are a dog-friendly location, so bring your friends, family, and fur babies.
Hey, Tach, you ever have that conversation with your girl about where to eat dinner and it always turns into that back and forth? I don't know, you pick.
Yeah, every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got an answer for you next time that comes up.
Oh, yeah? Where at?
The Salty Fox in Melbourne off of Old Galley Boulevard.
Oh, nice. You know, I've actually been there, and the food was pretty awesome.
Hell yeah, it was. They offer a great selection of paninis, shareable appetizers, soups, and salads, and one of the best desserts I've ever had, the Funky Monkey.
Oh, yeah, my favorite was the vintage options. They got this meal called ramen noodle on crack. You just got to try it out.
Done. That's definitely what I'm getting next time.
Put the fun between your legs at the Salty Fox every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. with the Old Galley Arts District Bike Crawl.
It's a 4-mile bicycle ride down Pineapple Avenue with stops for food and beer all along the route. Be sure to visit the Salty Fox every Sunday for brunch from 11 to 4.
Hey, isn't that the $10 bottomless mimosas brunch?
Sure is. Enjoy your brunch while the Salty Fox's DJ spins throwbacks and top 40 hits.
Salty Fox is located in the downtown Old Galley Art District on Old Galley Boulevard.
Check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/saltyfoxmelbourne or online at thesaltyfox.net.
Hey, listeners, be sure to mention you heard about the Salty Fox on our show, and you'll get 10% off your meals.
Hey, it's Adam. If you enjoyed the content or the cast of Living Podcariously, be sure to check out the other show we produce. It's called The Twisted 10. Each week, a host or a guest host takes over the show and brings their own unique and original top 10 list to the show. Here's a few examples. Top 10 crazy religious practices. Top 10 sexual fetishes. Twisted Guinness World Records. Top 10 possible human extinction events. And my personal favorite, top 10 best or worst infomercial products. As you can see, the content is all over the place for the show. However, it is a lot of fun to produce, and we hope you like it. As always, thanks for listening.
Then do the Harlem Shake.
So they keep telling me I need to bring the show back, but I don't think I can do that. And welcome back to our show.
Yay.
Good job.
Woot woot.
So all these girls you're fussing over, Tach, maybe you should look beyond the human race and into inanimate objects.
Speaking of AI,
Because this just in from the New York Post.
Yeah?
A woman gets engaged to 90-year-old chandelier.
It's a bit old for my taste.
Chandeliers, yeah, I don't know. Those guys are dicks.
Here's how the story
All
goes.
of them, and they all look the same.
but you got to admit they're the light of the party.
Oh, did you...
But it is a 90-year-old one, so.
So it's got some experience.
All right, here's the story.
This is a no shit story, by the way.
A British woman plans to marry a chandelier she bought online. She admits she's hooked on kisses.
and they met online too.
Yes.
Typical.
She bought it online too.
Damn.
She's hooked on kisses and cuddles with the dusty antique. Amanda Liberty, 33, isn't fazed by the whopping 57-year age gap between her and the tarnished light fitting, who she has dubbed Lumiere. Speaking of her wife-to-be, who she spent over $500 shipping over from Europe in 2016, she said...
That's pretty cheap. Well, hang on. That's pretty cheap, because if you ship a Russian bride, that's like $4,000.
So is that it?
How do you know the price of that?
I don't. Well, another story. Go ahead. Continue, babe.
As soon as I saw Lumiere on eBay, I knew immediately that she was the one for me, and it was love at first sight. She was based in Germany, and although I knew it would be tricky to get her home, I knew I needed to find a way to make her mine.
Is this the chandelier talking?
This is the woman
No,
talking.
so it's a she. So she's marrying a she.
Yes, she's married.
Oh.
So
Lumiere is a girl.
in the UK, it's okay to marry an inanimate object. However, same-sex marriage is not yet passed, so they're going to say no.
Yeah.
There's your loophole.
Where's the laugh
That's where they
track on that?
get you.
Hit the laugh track on that button thing for me, Tach.
Alexa, make that joke
The
work.
terrifying
So
one.
after winning the online auction, Liberty patiently waited for her to turn up at her Leeds home, turning to her 24 other chandeliers, whom she claims she has an open relationship
She has
with.
24 other chandeliers.
But she has an open relationship with them.
All
Wait a
right.
second. She's not like messing with like the nightlights, is she? Because that's fucked up.
Well, the name came from her friend, so it's from Beauty and the Beast, actually named her. On Valentine's Day, she proposed to her to signify their lasting love. I hope at some point we will have a commitment ceremony. I haven't been engaged before, so it's very new and exciting. Perhaps due to Lumiere's age, Amanda doesn't take her to bed every night, preferring to snuggle up with another of her fancy light shades called Jewel under the covers. Liberty said, "None of my chandeliers are jealous of each other. They understand that I love them all in all of their different personalities. For example, I love kissing and cuddling Lumiere, but I sleep with Jewel every night. She is portable and very nice to cuddle. I've always loved to look at my chandeliers, and when I saw my first chandelier, Luna, it was love at first sight. You can't control who you fall in love with. Things just went from there." So
Couldn't she maybe just like has a new hobby, and maybe she's taking it a bit far?
she says she's not hurting anyone.
Lumiere really knows how to turn her on, Tach.
She's just following her
Oh
heart.
God, you
is
were
the last
just
thing she
you're
says.
nailing these tonight.
That is way too many lovers just hanging around.
Yes, Josh gets it.
Damn.
Come on, Tach, your turn.
I tried the whole nightlight thing that was supposed to be like pedophilia, but nobody caught it.
Oh.
Well, I got the joke, but I didn't get a pedophilia tie in there.
Because it's about chandeliers and this and that, and then what's would be a kid version of a light would be a nightlight, a little nightlight.
Oh, I
Kids
guess
use
that's
them.
good.
It's a little nightlight.
You know, this all started. I mean, I feel bad for this woman because she couldn't have a long distance relationship. It was too hard with the Statue of Liberty.
Best and most appropriate use of the button thing.
She affectionately calls her Libby, and she struggled with the relationship with her, but she turned to her chandeliers for comfort because they were so far apart.
What a strange human being. Like,
Right?
just why has nobody gone to her and just said, this is weird, right? Like,
If you look this up, you can see a video right there at the New York Post if you want to see this woman and her chandeliers.
This is a troll all day.
That's just weird. That's just,
hang on a second. What does she sell? What does she sell for a living?
Yeah, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna crack this code.
She can't just, could she
for
just be
something.
insane?
I don't know.
She's just a crazy person.
well, quite
Okay,
literally.
Google, who is Amanda Liberty?
Yeah, Google doesn't know that.
She doesn't know how to handle podcasting. She gets stage fright.
That's right.
I'm just so trying to think of more puns for chandeliers.
Me too.
I don't know.
You took my turn on pun right as I was about to say it.
I guess she isn't very bright.
You know what though? You know what she listens to? Like when you're going in bed with your significant other, some people put
Here
on
we
like
go.
Barry White. Some people put on, a little bit of what's the Enigma or something mood music.
Yeah.
You know what she listens to? This woman?
What?
She listens to
Light rock.
Miley Cyrus, Chandelier.
I like Tax better.
I don't understand.
All right.
She has
I
a
wonder
song named
if someone
Chandelier?
dressed up like a light, a chandelier, like Lumiere, like a costume
I'll bite that bullet.
of it.
Actually, I don't think it's Miley
Would you
Cyrus that
turn
does
them on?
Chandelier. I think it's Lady Gaga.
I don't know.
I was just talking about the costume of it.
I'll bite that bullet. I'll show up to her dressed like Lumiere from any Beauty and the Beast set.
Speaking of showing up somewhere in a costume,
Yeah.
Listen
next
to her with
week,
segues.
we are having a murder mystery party where we get to dress up.
Yes. So we have a friend that's if you saw the video over at the Surfside Players Playhouse presentation of Spam-A-Lot, man, that's hard to remember. Steve Mogel hosts murder mystery parties as well on the side. It's one of his little side things that he does. And we've hired him to be the host. He's a friend of ours too, so he isn't like just a business acquaintance, but he's going to come here and host the Poston's murder mystery set to the theme of Santa's Workshop. And if you know, so we've had a lot of questions from some of our friends online about this. So a murder mystery party basically is a themed party that deals with a murder mystery, just like the game of Clue, but full size, your life size actors.
God,
and goddamn,
sorry.
Tach.
I didn't mean for that to be the noise.
No, it's all good.
I was thinking a ding for
That
Clue.
wasn't either.
Basically,
Can you plug Clue? Oh,
hey, Tach, you're breaking all sorts
Knocking
of shit
shit
over there.
over.
What's happening, dude? You all right?
he's drunk.
Yeah.
Basically, all the characters are themed around the main theme of the party. So in ours is Santa's workshop. So I got Santa and Andrea got Mrs. Claus. Josh is going to be JP the elf.
JP the elf.
Is that like JP Morgan?
Tach is by far the most appropriately
God.
themed character.
Does that mean I
of the
don't
whole
have
thing.
to wear the whole outfit?
Why
You
is he
do.
by far the most appropriately themed?
I
She's
don't
only
know.
saying that because she's Mrs. Claus.
Exactly.
And who are you?
I'm
Santa? Isn't
Yeah.
that appropriate?
Tach is Yukon Cornelius. So for any listener that knows Tach and his color of his hair, do a Google search for Yukon Cornelius. If you remember the original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer claymation from back in the 60s,
And he was awesome, and he totally saved the day.
Yukon Cornelius is the old
Right.
prospector guy.
The old prospector.
Yep. So Tach
what they
has
call me.
Tach has to
you
portray
gonna
that.
talk like that too?
I haven't decided yet.
Do it.
Steve,
Silver
do
and
it.
gold.
Steve goes all out on these though. So he provides all the characters their backstories first. So you have like a paragraph about yourself, the character you're supposed to portray. And then when you get to the party, you also get additional information about your character that's private to only you. So that means none of the other players involved know the extra details that Steve is going to give you that night.
So
And at some point throughout the night, somebody gets murdered. One of the players in the game gets murdered. It could be Santa, it could be Mrs. Claus, it could be an elf or
what
reindeer,
happens
whatever.
that person now just has to go home?
No, you're basically you sit out from the portrait of your character from that point forward.
So everybody that's here has a character, right?
Every single person that's here. I'll tell you what. I'll read, and we'll read our four, so we each of us can elaborate on our four individually. But I'll read some of the characters that are going to be in it. Hang on, just a second.
Well, my only question is so are we constantly playing this game?
Yes.
So none of it's going to be like, hey,
Alright.
so did you ever get that promotion at work? buddy?
No,
Or-
no. You stay in
Oh, I
character.
meant to
You
ask you
walk
that
in the
too.
door. When you walk in the door, you'll be just until you talk to Steve, the host guy. You're you until you have your character. So, but you'll go up with him into a room. He'll give you a folder. It'll have some extra stuff about your character. And as soon as you come down, you're that character and you stay that character through the night. You stay how you're supposed to act, what you believe in, what you're supposed to tell, what you're not supposed to tell, intermingle with the other characters, get to know them throughout the game with what you have. And you just stay in that character. And nobody dies really till almost the end. So that way you get
Gotcha.
to know everybody and everything about them. And then someone dies and then clues start popping up.
All right, so I'm not going to name
Very cool.
the people who are involved in the party. However, yes, everybody has to be their character from the beginning to the end, basically until the very, very end, like Andrea was saying. But elves, for example, they wear earth tones, forest green tights if possible, or close enough to that. The reindeer that are there, they're supposed to be naked, but in their own fur.
Yay. Oh.
In their own fur. You can wear sleigh bells and what stuff. And there's some characters that are people, not just elves or reindeer, but there's individual people like Yukon Cornelius, for example. Josh is an elf, so he can make his costume however he wants based on that theme.
It's gonna be amazing.
Santa is there, Mrs. Claus. We've got a perfectly outfitted person for Brawny the elf. Brawny the elf is an elf that has a fascination with the wrestler Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah!
My daughter's so jealous. She's like, why do adults get to have all the fun parties and dress up?
There's also Missy the elf, Bosco the elf, Vixen, Yukon Cornelius. One of our very good friends is playing Jack Frost for this party.
Nice.
We have Glinda the Good, based on the character from
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz. Thank you. Mixed a little bit with Christmas stuff.
For some reason, it says that Mrs. Claus and Jack Frost like to get into the spiked eggnog a little too much.
That's weird.
Isn't it?
JP the elf.
You may
which
have
is-
to reach and
That's going to be hard
you'll
for me.
figure out a way to do it though.
And then they like to sing karaoke after that.
That's odd.
JP the elf, which is Josh.
Head of North Pole Logistics.
That's
Oh,
right.
nice.
Well, let's read. Josh, you want to read yours?
Yeah, hang on.
Read yours.
I got it right here.
Slappy the elf. There's somebody
God, I'm not hanging out with that guy's a dick.
somebody called Nymphadora. Blitzen, another reindeer. Daisy the elf. Tipsy the elf. Trapper Dan. Rudolph. So you kind of get the idea of some of the characters.
Read what Rudolph is.
All right, Rudolph, billed as the most famous of them all. Rudolph is quite pleased with herself. You thought Rudolph was a boy? Well, he was until recently. She now identifies as Randy the reindeer, appearing at shopping malls near you soon. And that's for one of our females that are going to be participating.
If she's not a girl, why is she Randy?
I don't know. Maybe we'll learn more about that night. All right, what's JP the
All
elf?
right, so I got mine. So JP's the man. He's in charge of all of Santa's flight plans here in the north as well as worldwide. Yes, sirree, Bob. He has all the controls and stress in his hands. If one of the good little girls gets a toy tank instead of the dolly she wanted, he'll be in big trouble, boy. That's why this newfangled sexual revolution has gotten him in such a tizzy. He misses those days when girls got dolls and boys got guns. Now it's hard to tell who gets what. Maybe that's why he drinks so much coffee.
Is he like a black dude or something? That's how you sure read it.
Rudolph should be
The only
Ruby.
thing missing was you saying jive ass turkey.
The red nose
Jive
is
as her.
Ruby.
Shit. That means
Shit.
golly.
Yeah, golly.
Airplane.
I speak jive.
I speak airplane reference.
Are we allowed to talk about our costumes? Is that a surprise?
Yeah, if you want to. It's entirely up to you.
Oh man, I am working on adapting like a weird elf short thing with tights into it, like a suit jacket.
No
I want to wear like
Little
a
jacket
red
coat?
Yeah,
Ooh, I like that.
it's gonna be hard. It's got a week, so
I know, that's the hard part. It's got to be fast on costumes.
Tack, you want to read yours? You want to read Yukon?
Sure. So I'm Yukon Cornelius. I don't know what it says. Santa's in line image 6. I don't know. I know I'm
That's a
kidding.
copy and paste error.
I know. Santa's best friend and neighbor. He owns and runs the Sparkle Mint Peppermint Mine just over the hill from the workshop. If you hit the CVS, you went too far. You come back. That'll be my joke for the night. He's a big, loud, lovable guy who first traveled north in search of silver and gold. He's an old prospector, but has made his fortune in candy instead. He used to have a partner named Hermie, but he just sighs when his name is even mentioned nowadays.
Yukon Cornelius.
Yukon Cornelius.
So there's 3 prizes that are going to be given out that night. Number 1, best costume. So whoever goes out above and beyond to make their costume really stand out. So that doesn't necessarily mean the most extravagant. It could be the funniest. It could be whatever whatever Steve chooses that night for best costume.
So one of the reindeers are winning. Is that what's happening?
That may be. I mean, it could be. Depends on how you just gonna vape on air, Tech. I mean,
Oh, shit.
It's his birthday.
I feel like
guess-
we're just
you know what?
chit-chatting around.
You know
dude.
what? It is
I'm
your birthday.
so comfortable. It's like...
It is your birthday. Vape all you want.
Sorry,
It's
no,
your
no,
birthday.
no. Sorry, my bad.
The look on your eyes was fucking great. But yeah, so there's 3 awards. One's best costume. Another one is best character portrayal. So that means from the moment that the game begins to the moment the game ends, as long as you stay in your character and then you portray it the best, Steve is going to watch for that. And Steve does theater, so he watches for the little things that you could do when you think nobody is looking. Like if you're in the kitchen standing next to your friend and you just break character to talk, hey, what do you think of a good party?
Are we going to get written up?
Maybe. And then also the last one is for whoever, once the murder takes place, whoever submits the first ballot or whatever, the correct one with the earliest timestamp. So basically you need to say, I think this person did it, and then you sign your name and you put your time on it and you turn it into Steve.
Oh, is it going to be like Big Brother where we have to like go into a confessional and be like,
No.
What kind of?
And Mrs. Claus.
Go ahead, read Mrs.
Go.
Claus.
Okay. The always smiling, always helpful, a bit of a nudge wife to Santa. People in the know say that in the past 100 years or so that she was the power behind the sleigh, responsible for the modernization of the workshop, the training of the elves, even feeding the reindeer, and she'll be the first one to tell you about it. But she still loves the big guy and would never take any credit away from him. She does enjoy these pre-night parties though, and she gets to wear some of her sexier outfits and forget about making cookies for a while.
Steve is sexying up Mrs. Claus for this party.
nice.
Santa's is pretty general. The big man himself, the good old jolly elf with a twinkle in his eye and a hearty ho, ho, ho. But something is troubling the dear old list maker. So much so that it appears he has lost a bit of weight, I don't know. Steve hasn't seen me lately. He's lost a bit of weight and his hair has gotten darker lately. Not exactly the look that Clement Moore had back in his mind in 1892. Or 1823, sorry.
Did you hand off the Christmas clause? What happened?
Yeah. I'm getting more gray in my beard, though, if you guys have noticed. It's getting more salt and peppery.
I haven't noticed.
Yes, you're okay. But that's our Christmas party. So
Sounds fun, dude. I'm excited.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be awesome.
So sometime over the next week, Andrea and I are going to transform this little house into Santa's workshop. Now, that could just mean wrapping the presents or wrapping the pictures on the wall in the shape of presents. Who knows? We'll figure out something.
So you have to get a whole full Santa suit, huh?
Yeah, there's a place over in Cocoa that rents them, so I'm probably just going to go rent a Santa suit for the
You better
night.
jump on it now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Kind of busy this time of year for stuff like that.
Just a little. Just a little.
Okay.
I'm hoping.
What's your backup plan?
I don't have one.
Because I've seen you procrastinate a couple times.
No. What are you talking about? I don't procrastinate.
So actually, Andrew, you may want to jump on that. What is this smiling?
What's going on now?
Oh, look at the kid.
I was on Messenger, so I just went back to the very beginning, and there's the very, very first message Adam ever messaged me ever
Oh,
Gross.
on January 10th,
What was it, send
2016
nudes?
at 12:05 p.m. No, it says,
Funniest
"Hi,
thing you've ever said."
Hey, Andrea, I'm Adam. You styled my mother's hair. She made me promise I would message you." It's kind of a smiley face. So, ... Good afternoon.
That's all it takes.
And then
A week later.
I know that.
9 days later, he says, "Hope that wasn't awkward." Same smiley face. Have a great night. And then
Damn, your game's on point, yo.
but then 15 minutes later, I messaged back, "No, not at all. I'm really bad at Facebook."
Within 10 messages later, I got her cell phone.
Did you give it back eventually?
I know. Jesus.
No, I got her cell phone number.
I'm really stoked to see how many people are able to stay in character all night.
I am too.
Right? I hope he does
It's gonna be
write
hard.
people up.
What is all night? Is that like a couple hours?
Well, so the party officially goes from 7:30 till 10:30. That's the official
it's
party.
a grown-up party. Sweet.
Oh, it's an all adult. It's only adult party. Yeah.
Awesome.
So drinking and gallivanting alike. Yes, just adults. Yes. No kids are.
Can we have
involved in this.
sex?
Sure. You find a reindeer that strikes your fancy tag, you just take them and go.
You are.
Is that how it
Yukon.
works?
Sure.
Oh,
You are Yukon Cornelius.
Is this my Christmas gift?
Prospectors don't
They
ask
have to
permission.
stay in character, right?
They do.
They have to.
Yes, they do. No, so the party is over basically when Steve announces who guessed it right. Like at the end, everybody submits their ballots, and then he announces who guessed it right. He'll probably go through who guessed him wrong first. He's a good host. He knows what he's doing when it comes to stuff like this.
Cool.
All right, we're going to take a break in studio. We'll be right back. Sponsorship with Living Podcariously or The Twisted Tin is not just about contracts or money. We like to form relationships with those who invest in our shows.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. We only like representing companies or products that we can really get behind.
We met Kyle and Bianca from Oak and Iron Photography at an event from another sponsor of ours and immediately bonded with them because let's face it, they're just awesome people.
Yeah, and if you came out to our Living Podcariously listener event, you may have seen them roaming around, taking some photos for us. They captured so much joy and emotion in those photos that night. It was amazing.
Yes, it was.
Now, Adam, I'm kind of a amateur photographer, so I can appreciate how difficult it really is to capture moments like that.
They shoot events of any kind, weddings, lifestyle photos like maternity, couples, families, you name it. Not only do they capture moments that your grandmama will like, but they also put that Oak and Iron personal style and spin on what would normally be considered traditional photos.
Oh yeah, that Ring of Fire shot from our event was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Their photos not only capture the raw emotion emotions, but when looking at them later, you're transported back to that day they were taken.
You'll see it on their website. They capture, quote, the real moments for the true at heart.
Nice.
Head on over to oakandironphoto.com to check out some of their work. Also, you can click the Contact Us button and get a quote of your own.
Go and check out oakandironphoto.com and let Kyle and Bianca know you heard about them from us.
Staring down at a hard penis, knowing that in the next few seconds that thing will be in your mouth, can be intimidating. Like every single time, not just the first time you give a blowjob, but don't worry, it gets better. And like all things in life, experience is so valuable when it comes to the D's in your mouth. So here is a list of ways or things to know before giving a blowjob.
All right. I like it.
That was kind of, I didn't know where that was going.
I didn't either.
I was like, is she just reading to us
I
straight
didn't know
from
that was going to
Danielle
happen.
Steele?
That was intense.
All right, number 1. A penis doesn't have eyeballs and can't tell the difference between the back of a throat and the roof of a mouth.
Wait a minute. Like, we don't have eyeballs.
All those slimy surfaces on the inside of your mouth basically just all feel the same, except your teeth, obviously. I don't have a penis, so I don't personally get the appeal of deep throating, but gently ramming the tip of his dick into the roof of your mouth feels like the same thing, and it doesn't make you gag.
So are you
All right.
trying to ruin us? Like, this is like,
happening?
I know, like, I don't understand.
Adam wanted it.
This is Andrea's
This
advice.
is tips for women to give a blowjob.
Yes.
Okay.
Tips on giving a blowjob. We're really pushing the explicit label this week, boys. We're doing it.
I think we may be breaking some sort of code. But
Am I?
I don't know,
the
like,
guy code?
well, yeah, well, or the girl code or something, or, I mean, because this is like smoke and mirrors is like,
He
It's
told me
gone.
to do it.
just let's hear the next one. Maybe it's better.
Number 2. A penis isn't a vagina or a slip and slide and doesn't just get wet on its own. I mean, there's
Okay.
pre-cum, but that's like a slight rain shower, when a proper BJ usually requires a torrential downpour.
Okay, I'll agree.
Either get some lube that doesn't taste like a takeout bag, or drink some water and be prepared to use all the spit you can muster. It's not gross. This is someone you make out with, probably.
I approve. 2 for 2 so
All
far.
right, that's good. That's good. All right.
All right. Number 3. You do not have to bow down before his erect penis like it's a rising sun
Oh,
god.
I disagree with that.
In movies and TV shows and whatever else, the only BJ position ever depicted is a woman on her knees bobbing her head back and forth while a man stands up like a statuesque Greek god. This is so rare. This is so rare IRL.
In real life. In
Oh.
what I do,
In real life.
you know the stance that I do for blowjobs?
You do a superhero stance, don't you?
No, even better. I do the Captain Morgan stance.
Oh, nice.
The rum, Captain Morgan.
I
rum.
got you. One leg up. That's attractive.
Yep.
Says you don't have to invest in knee pads like Stephanie from 7th grade said you would. Stephanie lied to you.
Stephanie's a
Just
whore.
get on the bed and do it lying down. It's comfier.
How rude.
I like that. That's good advice.
All right.
I prefer my blowjobs when I'm laying on my back anyway. I don't necessarily
Don't you
like them
get
when I'm
gagged
standing
that
up.
way?
Oh, that's a good joke. Jack.
Hey-oh.
Number 4, your hands can pitch hit when your mouth needs some time on the bench.
Okay.
The average penis is 5.17 inches when hard. I haven't measured the inside of my mouth, but I'm pretty damn sure there aren't 5.17 inches of space between my lips and the back of my throat. And no way do I recommend going for broke and shoving a penis down your esophagus. Let your hands help. Put the tip in your mouth and your hands around the base, and voila! This is within the acceptable rules of play.
Okay. Occasionally a deep throat it feels good though. Not all the time. I agree with that. But an occasional little, oh, here's a bonus suck. It's going to go all the way. That's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, to be honest with you, like, I don't care if it hits the back of your throat. I want it to hit something, though. Because that's awesome.
Number 5. Sometimes a penis doesn't smell good, and that's because some men are disgusting.
Some men, I don't know who, though. That's
This
weird.
is 100% deal breaker. I can't, no can't. I don't think anyone expects a hard penis to smell like Chanel perfume or strawberry lip smackers or whatever, although OMG they should. But some guys are less clean than others. Also, people sweat more in summertime. Consider this. The crotch area is not free of sweat glands. Personally, I don't think it's rude to kindly suggest a sexy shower together beforehand.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'll agree with that.
Sure.
All my masseuses, before they blow me, make me shower with them first.
Number 6, penises that look small and non-menacing sometimes feel like novelty-sized pool noodles when they are inside your mouth. Oh, it looked like a pinky finger from afar, but now that it's in your mouth, it's like one of those little toys that grows when you put it in water. What's happening in there? Who knows? Maybe we're all overestimating the size of our mouth holes.
It's a grower, not a shower.
All right, Tach, you're going to hate the next one. Number 7. You can use your tongue to trick him into thinking he's all the way in your mouth, like magic. If magic were perverted and used only to trick men into thinking you give the best blowjobs in the world, you don't have to just tuck your tongue away and hide it while this event is taking place. You can use it, like the roof of your mouth thing, to trick him into thinking he's basically pumping away into your stomach. Just either tuck his penis underneath your tongue or use your tongue to block the back of your throat. This also protects your delicate gag reflexes just in case.
I'm all about tongue use. That's
Whatever.
I could see why that's good advice.
If it helps and we don't know any better, then more power to you.
Who's it hurting?
A blowjob isn't a magic button that makes him come right now immediately. Although men do seem to love them, it's not something that begins and ends in a matter of seconds.
No.
Usually. These things can be a lot of work, especially if you're down there for like 10 minutes. You can quite literally you can quit literally whenever you want, though. Never feel like you're dropping out of a race early.
No, I'm totally down with that as long as we're going to have sex. And doesn't mean just quit like, all right, well, I got to go. You didn't finish in time. That's not.
You left me here. Blue ball's a real thing, scientifically proven a real thing.
Signs are not. I'm telling you, I've had them.
All right, our last one. 69ing is terrible and overrated and bad, and let's just ban it already.
Boo, I disagree.
Well,
I thought that too when I read it. I was like, what? But there's a good argument.
All right.
Let's hear it.
Okay, maybe you like it, but IMO. What's that?
In my opinion.
Okay. Okay, maybe you like it, but in my opinion, it's terrible and dumb. The whole point of oral sex is that you can just lie there and do nothing while someone else gives you extreme pleasure. 69ing is like if, while getting a professional massage, you had to also file your taxes at the same time. Doesn't that sound like a nightmare to you? Because it is. It would be a nightmare. So I get that.
It just sounds like she's lazy, the writer of this article, I mean.
But if there was going to ever be an argument against it, I think that she picked the best one.
All right, I got you there. But in the meaning behind doing a 69 with your partner, it's all about mutual satisfaction between you and your partner.
But you're not getting quality.
I disagree.
No, I definitely know I'm not giving you quality.
I'm with her on this one.
Because I'm getting so much going on at once.
Distractions.
And you don't know whether
I
to
found
relax
myself
and
just like
enjoy
stop
it,
for a minute, like, oh shit, that's right. I'm supposed to be working.
But sometimes there's nothing better than getting a blowjob at the same time as going down on your girl.
No, it's cool. I
Yeah,
like
it's
it.
fine.
So
but
what
you
if we
can't
did this
just
to allow you to maintain focus on giving me a blowjob? What if we had another girl come over and sit down on my face? Would that work?
She's
No.
thinking. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Then I'm getting none
She
of
did.
the pleasure in doing all of the work.
I mean,
She's a keeper, dude.
Maybe I give you the blowjob and the girl goes down on me. Wait, no,
I am
in. The
in.
same situation.
I'm in. I've got it on tape. It's recorded now.
No,
So
I'm in the same
done.
situation. If we were 69ing, that would work.
What if? Okay.
What if you and the other girl just both go down on me and I just relax?
Okay, I'm good with that too.
Okay, figured it
Can
out.
she be giving me a handy or something at the same time?
No, it's all
damn it.
about me.
All right, I'm good though. We'll do that. We'll do that.
All right, that's the end of my list. Thank
That was
you
a good
very
list.
much. Have a lovely day.
Most of all of it, I agree with, and I can see why that list was put together. By the way, where did you get that article? Should we credit?
Cosmopolitan magazine.
There we go.
Oh, that's where I always get them.
peering into the inner thoughts and expressions of men. Women send in questions to show@livingpodcariously.com for Adam, Tach, and Jay to give brutal, honest admissions. We call this the Guyry. Guyry? Really? Hey, Tach, is that the best name we could come up with?
Yeah, just go with it.
Aw, I think it's adorable.
Can we man up the music a little bit or something?
I got you, buddy.
All right, our first question comes from Autumn in Florida.
Autumn with a bottom.
What do guys do when they get a boner?
What?
What do they do when they get a boner?
Depends on
why the boner was caused.
First of all, I've said this a billion times. I'm gonna say it again. Just because we have a boner doesn't mean we're horny.
Yep.
And just because we're horny doesn't mean we get a boner.
Spot on.
So what do you do with it when you get it?
Well,
Sometimes I don't even know I have it.
Well, Tach's dick. So we've talked about this a few times. Tach has his dick usually upright, where it's like tucked upwards, which is super strange to me. I did that when I was like a kid, because if I got an erection, I didn't want everybody to see it, so I would tuck it up in my umbros back in the day. So it would be sitting up in like my elastic band area.
Right.
So because I didn't want it sticking straight out. But
Man, I've never done that ever.
really,
That's
You wore Umbros? I haven't either.
Really? Those were like the coolest shorts ever. Only
in,
the
like,
cool guys wore Umbros.
1987.
You were cool, Adam.
Thank you, baby.
Did you have a starter jacket too?
No, but I had a corduroy Billabong jacket.
But you didn't have a starter jacket?
I used to have a members only jacket. Jimmy still has a members only jacket.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure
Yes.
he's the only member.
So yeah, it depends on what the boner is caused by. If the boner is caused because you're I don't know,
Shaking your ass in front of you?
stimulating your girl or something, then yeah, you can
You're gonna use it
use it on
what
the
do you
girl
use it
or
on the girl?
on
Yeah.
the girl.
Yeah.
I mean that's
Okay.
one way you
I
can
usually say,
masturbate.
"Look what I grew for you." That's what I say.
Oh,
I
like a
grew it all by
flower.
myself. Yeah.
Aw.
I guess use it or ignore it.
Use it or
Yeah.
lose it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much. If a boner is caused by non-sexual things, so having a boner from like morning wood or having a boner just because your dick decided it wanted to get hard for some reason.
Can I have a confession time?
Yeah, go.
Let's make it awkward in here. I had a boner about 6 minutes ago.
It was tucked straight up though, right?
What did I do with it? You might have seen me kind of shifting around because I was trying to move it, and then it's gone now.
You should have used your vibrating chair.
And it's got heat on it because you put heat on
nice.
it. That'll give you a boner too.
So, okay, so if you have morning wood and your girl can a girl take advantage of that?
Sometimes it depends. You can't just hop right on it.
What are you
have
talking
to,
about? Yes, absolutely, yes.
I've just
so
always
for example, I
wondered.
sometimes if I wake up with morning wood, sometimes it's because I have to pee so fucking
That's me
bad.
every single morning. I
If
piss
Andrea
on
just
that
straight hops on that thing, guess what? There might be a reaction because my bladder is full.
gonna
So
squirt?
yeah, I might
okay,
need to go take care of business
thing.
first, and
If
then
I'm
come
laying
back.
in, waking up in the morning, and I always have morning woods 99% of the time because I have to piss.
And then
If
my mouth is on
If
it?
Andrea came in, I'm not going to.
He's going to get a boner again, Andrea. Keep talking.
I'm not going to stop.
If I use all the tips from my previous segment and
Yes. because I don't quite understand them all.
So
maybe you
leave
can
the
show
morning
me?
wood alone? Yay, nay?
I say, have fun. I
say
can
go-
piss later.
I say go for it.
If
Yeah.
I need to stop you, I'll be like, I'll be right back.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, agreed.
And then,
of course, as long as the dick
wipe it
doesn't
off
stink.
a little if they're gonna
What?
put your mouth on it, because that seems weird to come back in and stick it in your mouth after you pee.
No. Well, you use like toilet paper and
Maybe
get around the
wipe.
hole.
Use a little baby wipe. All right, number 2. This is from Ruby in Florida. In your perfect world, what would women do differently?
Oh, God, Adams. No.
Not ask me questions.
Don't go
You're
with
gonna
your
get me in
first
trouble.
thing.
The puns are so hard not to say here, guys. It's so hard.
What's the pun?
Drive better? I mean, there's so many that I could just go on a tangent about. Anyway.
What could they do better? Like, that's such
Not better, differently.
differently. It's nice adverb. It's like so wide open.
You know what? I'm actually going to echo some words from one of our Patreons, Dan, also my brother-in-law. He said, you know what we could do that could like potentially make the human race survive is just flip who's in charge. Just put women in charge and
Put
let us
women back in
dudes
charge.
just like
See what
do
happens?
shit.
Well, one of the most famous presidents of all time was quoted for saying, behind every strong presidential man, there's a stronger woman that really runs things. I butchered the quote, but you get the point.
I'm with you.
I think that was
A smart man.
Jeff. I don't remember. Whatever. Whoever.
What about us who don't have women?
Get a
Exists?
chandelier.
Your answer.
That will shed some light on the subject.
Now, I know this comment is very driven by my personal experiences in my life with the women that have been involved in my life. So I know not all women are like this, but lower the drama. That's what I would say do differently.
That's pretty good.
Well, this is for me, though. There are some women that don't have
No,
drama.
but I couldn't
just
think of
have never been
anything
with them.
because I don't know. I just couldn't think of anything. But yeah, like don't be so dramatic, and it's not just any women I've been with, like my daughters. Good Lord, they're super dramatic, and I'm like, don't be so dramatic. Good Lord, calm down.
This is the hardest question to
Why
answer.
are you guys talking like this? Is horrible.
This is the hardest question to answer without sounding chauvinist. This is a very difficult question to answer.
I don't think so.
Well, the answer we just gave sounds like we're chauvinist. Sounds like
No.
we're prejudging
She's
all women to be
literally
dramatic.
asking, what could women do differently? That's it. You know,
It's in your perfect world.
Lower the amount of drama in general everyday to day life.
now our disclaimer doesn't mean that men can't be dramatic here and there.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
But you know,
Sometimes men can be just as dramatic.
this is true.
I don't know. Realize we still think you're pretty without makeup? That'd be a cool thing.
That's not even real.
You understand that the makeup and the dresses and all that—that's for other women. That's not for men.
Oh yeah, that is totally true.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
But
Confirmed.
mascara is for everyone. Okay. Number 3 is anonymous.
Ooh.
In honor of Tach's B-Day, what
Blowjob
could
day?
a woman do to make a man's birthday the best?
Ooh.
Whoa! What? Who said this?
Anonymous.
I
Submitted
don't
anonymously.
know.
She was asking, what can one do to make someone's
What can
birthday
a
better?
woman do to make a man's birthday the best?
Well, I don't have a woman in my life.
In general, Tach. Oh, you
Oh.
exist? That was
Just call me.
Exist. Yeah.
What can a
Maybe
woman
call
do
me,
to
check
make
in,
it
text me,
a good
maybe.
birthday?
I don't know.
random nude pics.
Send nudes.
Yeah, random nude pics throughout the day of your birthday would be fucking great.
Show at
Clean.
Show at livingpodcariously.com.
If I was living like with a girl or something, make sure the place is clean, especially on my birthday. I've been with some women that like both ends of the spectrum. Some women that were just dirty and didn't clean ever. I pretty much did all of it and just didn't do it. And I remember one of them even asking me one time, well, what do you want for this special day that's coming up? And I was like, I just want the house clean. That's it. I just want the house cleaned. Like I have to work that day, but when I get home, I just want to clean. That's it. She said, what else do you want? And then that day, no, I got nothing.
Why
Didn't get
didn't
it.
she just at least hire a maid?
I don't know. But then I've also been with another girl who was super, super neat freak, clean freak. And that was a bit over the top too, you know. So I want somebody in the middle, you know. That's all.
So something special for the birthday boy.
What makes a man's birthday the best?
I don't know why it has to be specifically a man's birthday. Because mine's just kind of general for anyone.
You know what I'll say? You know, we're taught. I was taught to be humble. So just like a day that's just all about me. Doesn't really matter what it is. Just be hanging out. But just like
Yeah.
that's like the ideal birthday.
Yeah, like I like to go look for records, like go record bin, you know, let's do that.
Just do
for a little
whatever
bit,
you
know.
want to do because it's your day.
But I also want the other person to enjoy it too. I don't
But
want
it's
them
your
to-
birthday.
And if it's something that like that's not really something I enjoy, but I know you do, you go do it with your friend Adam or whatever, you know, stuff like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's that's really good advice.
See, because I personally value time. I care way more about that on my day or holidays or whatever.
Yeah.
I concur. Changing it around to basically a spoil him day, either with attention or with privacy or with whatever happens to be needed at the time. Yeah, I agree. That's a good one.
Like taking you to a strip club in a limousine.
That was good. That was really good. That was a really good birthday, I must say.
Number 4 is from Haley in Kansas. What piece of clothing or accessory can someone wear that immediately makes you have a bad opinion of them as a person?
Ooh, this is a good question. Immediately makes me think of them as a bad person.
Yoga pants
What-
that are too small.
I'm just the opposite. I love yoga pants that are
I
too
do
small.
too. I do too. Like, what's wrong with that?
I think that's great.
Do those white hats have a name? Those cone hats?
The KKK hats?
Yeah.
Those are called racist hats.
That
I
would
don't-
immediately make me have a bad opinion of
But
a person wearing
the
that.
question actually asked what kind of like lingerie too.
No, it just said what piece of clothing or accessory can someone
I
wear?
don't know why I thought lingerie was in there.
It was, never said anything about lingerie.
It's just where his mind is. They have a bad opinion?
Oh,
It'll immediately
oh.
make you have a bad opinion of
I know one.
them as a person.
Girls who get fronts,
Fronts.
grills.
Oh, grill.
I was going to get some of them.
So you're talking like thugster attire,
Yeah. yeah.
general thugster attire.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
all right. There are some cute thugsters though, so
But it gives
Well,
them
not
a bad
everybody
opinion.
likes Lil Wayne. He's a little skinny for me, but crickets. There's no cricket button over here.
I'll be honest. What drives me nuts is very similar, I guess, in thugsters kind of outfits in general. But a pair of pants on either a guy or a girl that is obviously sagged way past the point of comfort, and it's more about the style and the appearance.
That gives you a bad opinion of the person.
I'd agree with that.
Yes, yeah, because they're going out of their way to try to fit a role based on the clothing that they're wearing. And the best part about that is the origination of where that came from. That is the best part. Tack, do you know where it came from?
Yes, I've heard it at least 6 times on the show, and I knew it before.
Yes. For the listeners who may not know that, sagging pants is a prison style to show your sexual availability in prison. So, yes, that's where it comes from. So, hey, good on you thugsters for wearing the saggy pants. We're going to get some hate mail out of that one, I feel.
I don't think
I
so.
hope so, because I just want to know who wears their pants that low,
Yeah.
so I can prejudge them and avoid them.
Exactly.
Number 5
Shotty got low.
comes from Jordan in Canada. What animal best represents your personality?
All right, Tack, you go
Is
first.
Gary Busey an animal?
I'll allow it.
Oh, wow. He's my spirit animal. I don't know. Adam?
So I've
Mr.
actually
Wilson?
had this conversation with some members of Team Teamwork. We sat around and put labels on everybody who was there, and the team that was present said that I would be a wolf. Oddly enough,
Okay. I guess I can see that.
they said it was in the pack sense. So
Oh,
all right. I was like, cool.
So
I got
you're
a cool
like
animal.
Jacob?
Yeah, are you more of
Twilight?
Teen Wolf or are you more Twilight kind of wolf? What are we talking about
Oh,
here?
Twilight.
Yeah.
They didn't say I was a werewolf.
So
Just a
They
wolf.
turn into wolves.
I don't know, man. That dude was jacked. I'd be all right with that.
It's hot.
Mine would be happy-go-lucky. I'd be like a beagle. I think that would be like, oh, I'm so curious about everything in the world, and I'm annoying and loud and can't shut me up. I think that's probably my spirit animal.
I want to say
A squirrel.
no. I wanted to think of something more of a bird, but I didn't want to be all egotistical.
A red robin?
No, I didn't want to be egotistical and say like the bald eagle because that's me. Just like a hawk or a falcon or something, you know.
A seagull?
Would you
Mine?
consider yourself a
Mine?
Falcon 9?
Oh,
Oh, SpaceX tie-in.
there it is.
Andrea, what about you? Andrea, what about you for this one too? Let's reverse this one on you.
I don't know. Maybe a cat?
A gerbil.
A sparkly unicorn?
A sparkly unicorn,
Definitely.
of course. Dumb question to ask her.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Number 6, our last question comes from Lauren in Florida. What's the weirdest thing that has happened to you in a car?
Ooh,
I've had sex while driving on the highway.
I had a semi
I had
hit
that
me.
too.
Is that
Ooh,
Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
that was the
Okay.
opposite end of the spectrum.
what was the actual question?
Weirdest.
Yeah,
What's the
that's
weird-
pretty weird.
Yeah?
I'm not going to go into it, but were
you okay?
I was
Did you
okay.
make-
He died. He died.
No, I was okay, but that is where my first wife was killed. It was in a bad accident, so yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. It was a long time ago.
Long time ago.
I can still remember.
Weirdest thing.
Didn't mean to bring the show to a halt. Weird? I gotta hear more. I don't understand weirdest thing. Like, saw a UFO? Or like...
That could be a weird thing. Sure.
I got a blowjob in the back seat, and then afterwards, the girl told me that the dude in the front seat who was driving is gay, and he was watching the whole time. That was weird.
Oh, that's a little bizarre, yeah.
It started off not weird and ended weird. Nicely done.
That is a little bizarre. When I was I guess I was 16 at the time, we went out to one of our first like big parties. Me and my buddy Scott did. And the guy that was driving us was also 16, 17, something like that. He had a little 4-seater, like Camry or something, but it's a Honda Civic or something, a 4-door car. And he got ridiculously intoxicated at the party, and neither one of us knew that he had got as drunk as he got. And he damn near killed us. He jumped. This is down in Melbourne where the medians in the road, and you can imagine this anywhere, where the medians in the road are, they're paved up and they're raised with grass inside it. So he hit one of these at about 100 miles an hour going down Wickham at 4 a.m. in the morning, it literally sent the car airborne. So we were all 4 tires off of the ground. Now, it felt like 10 feet in the air off the ground, but it probably was only a foot. But all 4 tires were absolutely off the ground, slammed back down, hit the... Sparks were going everywhere. Shit was broken. All of his engine lights turned on. Exactly, yes. The car still drove, and we made it back to his dad's house where I was supposedly staying for the night as opposed to out partying. And we walked in the front door of his house, like all of us were shell-shocked for what had just happened, except for the drunk guy that was driving. And my buddy's father didn't expect us to be home so soon, and we see him running stark naked, holding like a dish towel, which are a lot smaller than regular towels, covering his junk, and he just looks at us and giggles as he runs by back to his bedroom. So that was a weird set of circumstances that happened.
Me and a bunch of friends got shot at in Puerto Rico. We were in a car.
That's not good.
Was that weird?
That sucks.
Why?
I'll
find a weird one. Okay, so let me paint you a picture. I was in the Navy.
I didn't know we were saying war stories for this. Jeez, we've got some from Iraq.
Those don't count. This is done on,
Well, you're in Puerto Rico.
It's still part of the United States.
Oh, okay. But is it? Just kidding. Just kidding.
So we pulled into Puerto Rico. I was in the Navy, pulled in Puerto Rico. So now you get a bunch of drunk-ass sailors running around Puerto Rico. Just what they want, a bunch of white dudes that think they're badass, And so
wait, you said that was the Navy, right?
Yeah. Here we go.
Badass. How does that come in?
Yeah.
Nothing. Go ahead.
Okay, so there was 5 of us in this rental car, and we're driving around. And Puerto Rico is kind of dangerous. I don't know if you guys have ever been there. Even at night, you don't stop at stoplights at night. You just kind of go real slow, look, and then go. Because it's a lot of carjacking and shit like that. Not entire islands of Puerto Rico, but some major cities and stuff is bad. A lot of gang activity. Anyway, I'm going to try to do the quick version of this. So we're out driving around. I wasn't driving. I was just sitting in the back seat right behind the driver. And then, of course, we had somebody in the front seat and 2 more of us in the back. So we're driving, and one of us was... A lot of us were drunk in the car. Not all of us. The driver was not. I don't think I was either, but a couple of guys were. And so we're driving, and one guy flicked his cigarette out the window, and it hit the windshield of the car behind us. So it was like made this big old light,
Yeah.
And it was like some white Camaro or something like that. And then and we're like, "Oh, dude, I just hit that car," and they were like, "Oh," they're like laughing about it. And then the car had caught up or something like that, and then tried to slow down in front of us, and then my buddy the driver was like, "Meh," and just like laid on the horn forever. I was like, "Dude,
you could have said he honked."
I mean, but I wanted the effect.
Noise.
Okay.
And so I was like, "Dude," I was like, "Don't piss people off, dude. You don't know. They could have a gun. They could have, you don't know. Just don't be doing shit like that." He's like, "What? The guy's a fucking asshole." So anyway, when it kept going around anyway, so he passed the car, and so now, of course, I'm behind the driver. We're on the highway, and I can see the white Camaro like coming up alongside of us, and I didn't want to look over and go, "Hey guys," I just was like stage 4, and I was like, "Oh god, they're creeping up right next to us."
How much can I see with my peripheral vision?
Yeah. And then they're like right side by side, and then the passenger of that white Camaro is like hanging out the window with like this freaking 45, like pointing it at the driver, going, "What's up, motherfuckers?" And we're like, "Oh shit!" And then like we all like duck down in the car. And the driver's just like, "Dude, he's got a gun in my head, dude. He's got a gun in my head." And the passenger was like, "Well, there's an exit. Go, go, go. Salidas to the exit." And then so he like slams on the brakes and hits the exit and like makes it in the off ramp. And they just kept going, and that's when we heard like pop, 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 like shutting. I'm like, dude, they're fucking shooting at us. You know?
Jesus.
Like, holy shit. Yeah.
Dang.
But luckily we got away and we lost him and never saw him again. So
Did you, Joshua, did you ever go to, and maybe Tach too, did you ever do the, in Virginia is where we went for the company that you and I used to work for a long time ago. Did you ever do the combative
I didn't go to Crucible.
driving training? I wasn't going to plug them on the air, but it's fine. That place was awesome. Oh my God, it was so much fun. They teach you how to drive out of situations like they teach you pit maneuvers. They teach you shit like that.
nice.
Yeah, I got the watered down version when they moved it down to the place on US 1.
Gotcha.
So it was still cool. I got to do over at Tyco. I got to do a bunch of defensive driving and stuff out on the old airfield that's not active anymore.
The one in Virginia used to do the flipped scenario. Basically, they would put you in a vehicle, an SUV, flip it, and you have to get out in so much time and then pull a buddy out of the car.
Oh yeah, my sister had to do that when she was training just before she went over to Africa for the year.
That's nuts, man.
Well, they flipped whatever vehicle, Humvee or whatever it is, and you have to hold on to your weapon, and then you also have to assist people, but never lose track of your weapon. Always keep it. Of course, it's a fake weapon during the training, but
yeah, ours was a Ford Expedition. It was a big up armored vehicle, supposedly up armored. For the flip test, I don't think it was an up armored vehicle. It was just the frame, basically. But you had to do the same thing. You had to. We didn't have the AR or M9s, whatever.
M16s or
we
whatever.
had the 9mm on us. That's all that we had. But yeah, same thing. You had and you think getting out of a car, you're like, oh, this is easy. But when you're flipped upside down, you're backwards, like what you would normally think. You reach down with your right arm to undo your seatbelt, or your left arm, depending on what seat you're in. Even something as simple as that in your head gets mixed up because you're upside down. Your equilibrium gets thrown off. It's like trying to brush your teeth with your opposite hand. Have you ever tried that?
It's so weird.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I want to go try it right now.
It's bizarre when you're upside down in a car and then you have certain tasks you have to accomplish. It's just really weird.
I don't think I ever tried.
Was that it?
It's the best
diary ever.
Good job, Andrea. Oh, that's awesome. No, good lists. By the way, for listeners who want to email in a question for the diary for us guys to give an honest answer to, send it to show@livingpodcariously.com or hit up Andrea Joy on Facebook. You can find her on the Living Podcariously Facebook page and send her a direct message. That's why I think a couple of these came in this week. So thank you, listeners, for sending it in. And whoever that anonymous one was, hey, that was a good question.
That was a good one.
Right? Should hit me
I
up.
hope
We'll
you
talk
make
more.
Tach's birthday wish come true.
Or the day after his birthday, because I'm off tomorrow. I don't have anything.
Well, it continues through the whole month. It's your birthday
This
month.
episode is already been at. Like, that was last week.
It was last week, yeah.
Oh. Never mind. Or just hit me up. We'll figure something out. We'll still pretend it's my birthday.
Tach would allow a birthday blowjob a week and a half later. He's
It's
all right
a
with that.
birthday month.
It depends. Okay, yeah. If it exceeds the month, then forget it.
Yeah, it's got to be in the month.
Got to put a threshold
New
on it.
Year's
Just kidding.
Just kidding. Also, if you're friends with me on Facebook, please go check out the fundraiser I have for the Children's Hunger Project. It runs through the rest of December. So please hit it up. Please donate. I do want to hit to a 50 for the month. That'll feed one kid for a year. So
That's awesome.
right here in Brevard County. So
Yep, local Brevard County. I think we're going to do another charity for them here soon, too. So we'll work on something to try to get our listeners to
Or
help
you
contribute.
can go in and help put the food together, put the bags or trays together.
indeed.
Yeah, it's not just about money. It's also about volunteer time. They need that, too. Let's give some plugs and then get the heck out of here. What do you guys say?
Sure.
What kind of plugs? Lamp plugs?
First things first, we're going to plug Brent Allen Salon and Day Spa because they're our latest sponsor. And the sponsorship money is not from them to the show. The money this time is going from them directly to our listeners.
These giveaways are super fun, dude. I love doing the videos and shit like that.
Yeah.
But is that all we have is $30 gift cards we're giving away?
No. We've got more.
Oh,
so we've got $30 gift cards, $50 gift cards, a couple of pedicure packages, and a couple of massage packages. So
Well, I wanted the massage ones, but now I don't need it because I have Visage.
you have
and
the
Visage
massage chair. Yes.
is several letters better. So
Visage.
It's actually one letter shorter.
We'll have to see.
Well, I
We'll
meant
have to have
instead of a name,
Jeremy
it's a
come
V.
in and we can test the two to see which one's better.
Actually,
I'm
that's
in.
good. Jeremy is one of the masseuses there, Tach. So are you okay with a man giving you a massage?
He's a
Okay.
licensed masseuse.
He's a licensed massage therapist, and this is not really joking about it. This
I
is
know, I
serious.
understand, but I have a whole topic, and this will take a long time.
All right, well, let's cover that another because I'm
Coming up next week, we'll talk about how Tach feels with a man's hands rubbing on his body.
I am preferential to a woman. I'll just say that too. I'm
For
just
sure,
saying.
for sure. But I have a whole damn story that is
All right, yeah.
hilarious.
All right,
Say that.
save it.
Coming up next week.
Was that your radio voice?
Yeah.
Do it again.
And this is my radio voice, and we will see you all next time.
Sounds like she has the dick in her mouth from that list she read earlier. All right.
And you can follow us on Twitter at Podcarious and also on our Instagram. Check us out. You always wondered what we look like, Mr. Wilson. They don't care what we look like. If you want to see Andrea Joy in a bikini, go check it out.
They
Right
care
there
what
on
I
the
look
first
like.
picture. It's her. What?
I said they care what I look like.
You know
That's
that-
true. Somebody did get a comment. You got a
Mr. Wilson
comment,
looks
buddy.
awesome
You
in a
do know.
bikini.
You do know that picture of her in the bikini on the Instagram page. She has a
Yeah.
nipple hanging out. She didn't know.
No,
it, though.
she doesn't.
She's got a nip slip on that picture.
I didn't. I'll have to
There
look
is
again.
no way my tiny nipples would slip out of anything.
They are tiny. That's the smallest nipples I've
They
ever seen in
are.
my life.
They're. All right. I don't know. I have no idea.
What?
I
Okay,
don't
and that's
believe
the
you.
end of our show. Thank you. Bye.
Go check out Brent Allen Salon. Obviously, thank you very much to Village Idiot Pub as well as the Salty Fox down in Melbourne for sponsorships and continued sponsorships of our show. We're going to be bringing a live recording from the Salty Fox here real soon. We haven't got those details worked out yet with the owners of Veronica and Sam, but we'll be down there. We'll let you guys know. We'll put an event on Facebook. It's not really an event. It's just we're going to be recording live. So if you happen to be in the area, want to come say hi and hop on air with us, you
Say
can.
bye too.
And say bye. Yeah, that's fine too.
We're like aloha.
Shout outs to Podcast Mafia. You guys know who you are. Giving a little bit of extra special love over to the What's the Fuss podcast. Rest in peace, Hurricane Bill Helverson. I guess that's it. You guys got anything you want to plug or say or do?
No, it's good.
I think you got it all.
Let's get the fuck out of here. On behalf of Living Podcariously, thank you very much for listening. I am Adam.
I'm Tach.
I'm Andrea Joy.
I'm Mr. Wilson.
You've been listening to Living Podcariously, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, remember we had that listener event?
Yeah, our first ever listener event from Living Podcariously.
Yeah, 777, July 7th.
Giant success. In fact, we just gave Keith with the Children's Hunger Project his money from that event that we raised.
Indeed, we did. Hey, what was that beer that was donated for the event?
That was from Bug Nutty Brewery. That was called the Nutty Idiot. It was a medium-bodied lager. I don't remember the ingredients that they had in it, but man, it was good. We served 300 pours, all 300 possible pours that we could have out of their donation. We served very, very quickly that night.
Yeah, it had like an Asian flavor to it or something. It was like, I don't know what it was. It was interesting. It was cool though. I loved it.
I think a little bit of a sesame flavor.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to get that ingredient list from him. But yeah, that was really, really good. Our boy Ray Burrito also does comedy up there every third Thursday at Bug Nutty Brewery here on Merritt Island. He does the third Thursday comedy night up there.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
It's a really cool list. It's every time I've been up there, it's amazing comics.
Nice.
Andrea, did you try the beer that night?
Oh, yes. It was wonderful.
She's not a beer drinker, can you tell?
Don't say it like that.
I wasn't standing at the game all night. I had plenty of time to drink beer.
Yeah, John and the guys over at Bug Nutty certainly hooked us up. So we want to send all of our listeners, if you're looking for a good micro brew, especially in Brevard County, there's a lot of them out there, and Bug Nutty is by far one of the best.
They are located at 715 North Courtney Parkway, Merritt Island. Give them a call at 321-452-4460 or email them at manager@bugnutty.com.